All right. The book I've chosen to read is Jennifer De Leon's Don't Ask Me Where I'm From. This book is about a Latinx student named Liliana Cruz who gets selected in a lottery for a study program called METCO. Liliana is an avid writer and artist. She expresses herself through writing and has a creative way of building small structures out of cardboard. This program selects kids of different ethnic backgrounds, like Latino and Black, and places them in predominantly white schools to increase diversity and expand their educational opportunities. Throughout the story, Liliana faces many challenges as she adjusts to this new school. Her relationship with her closest friend and neighbor Jade becomes strained as she now attends a new school, which is farther away, meaning she has to get up around 5 a.m., take a bus about an hour away, and then she gets home late and things like that. Liliana is the new student at the school, and on top of that, she's the new Metco student, as that Metco title holds like a poor background, because obviously they're taking kids from these urban areas, bringing them into these rich schools, and kids are looking at them a little differently. She has trouble making friends as a new in the beginning, as the Metco kids not initially accept her, and she felt that she not fit in with the white kids because again, there's that sense of these kids are well off, and she comes from a poor background. There were moments of racism in the book, as Liliana and a fellow Metco peer had become victims of racism when a student posted memes of them online that included a noose and called Liliana a wetback. At home, Liliana stays with her mother and has a set of younger twin brothers. Her father has been missing for some time, for like a few months, and it's taking a toll on the entire family because she speaks very highly of her father and how they used to these flashbacks. Her father used to take her out all the time. Her and her brothers play with them. Was a family man. Was actually the one who got her into reading, into writing, and being creative, using her creative voice. It was revealed that her father had actually been deported back to Guatemala. Liliana and her siblings are forced to step up, like making dinner, doing house chores. uh, Liliana, before she even went to her new school, while the dad was gone or missing, is she had to pick up her brothers from the school and things like that. Her mother fell into like a deep depression, trying to find a way to get their father back home. Liliana too was overcome with emotion as she learned that her parents were undocumented citizens, and the fear of losing their mother anytime, and the whole thing of like the responsibility for brothers falling down on her. Um, we see that Liliana overcomes her journey with school by first joining a neighborhood program called 826 for creative writers and artists, which was at her local library. Here she comes up with a six-word autobiography actually called Don't Ask Me Where I'm From, which is the name of the book, title of the book. This entails that she was tired of being labeled and counted as a stereotype. For example, she was tired of telling people she was from the ghettos of Jamaica Plain, which was the name of where she lived, the area she lived. She was tired of hiding that her parents are undocumented citizens from Latin America. The whole sole purpose of this is to show these people that she belonged in this space, that she belonged in that school, no matter what her background is, and even others just like her, not just her, but others just like her. Not all undocumented people are bad. They're actually fleeing from bad situations, and doesn't matter if you come from wealth or whatever your ethnic background is, like you're not lesser than anybody else. And the conclusion of the story, basically, she built a great relationship with her Metco peers. She found a new school bestie who was actually well off, and she was white. She jump started, even with her long-term Metco peers, a seminar of getting to know you, by having students anonymously tell the school what they would like them to know about themselves. She helped start that discussion between the students of different backgrounds and ethnicities, and that actually included faculty as well. There was a big movement in school. It was actually taken and put on the news station as well. That that we're all here for one common goal is just to succeed. The best part of the book actually too was that her father actually returned in time for Christmas. Overall, it was a great story. I thought it was a really good story. A great, really good, um, you know, story about immigration, things like that. First thing I do want to talk about is the inclusive and equitable education. To me, just the whole Medco program is a good way to start the integration of inclusivity. Now, in my area where I'm from, we're not really diverse. We are really diversified, actually. I don't think we need any program like that. But just the objective is to make everyone feel welcome. And I know it's always easier said than done, but you can do like activities in class or practices in class, like a getting to know you activity, going around your class and sharing like an interesting fact about your culture and what you love about it. I think it's a solid method of unity and just bringing everybody together and getting to know one another, right? The next thing I do want to talk about is the building stronger relationships. In the story, there was an advisor for the Metco program named Mr. Rivera, who created the initiative for the Metco students for them to create a rally that would showcase who they are. I believe this was something important as it got the conversation started about building those relationships with others who may not understand you. There are three questions asked during this presentation. I thought they were really good questions, to get the students talking. The first question is, what is it that you never want to hear again? What is the second question is, what is it that you want us to know about you? And lastly, what can we do as a school to help? I feel like the last question opens the door for these students to know that, that we are here to assist you, that yes, that you do belong here, and if there's something that we need to adjust on our end to help you out, to make everyone else feel comfortable and welcome, then we can do that. We can talk about it. We can do it. Lastly, I want to talk about is advocacy and support. The last question, just from that, that activity that in the book that they did, the last question led me into having people who look like us, like have us in place, right? Like having a Mr. Rivera in the book where he was the Medco students' counselor, where these students could run to, talk to, if something was going on socially, again, like the whole racial thing, they all ran to Mr. Rivera to like, hey, this is not right. Like, why are they doing this to us type of thing, and then Mr. Rivera getting on top of it and going out there and fighting for those students, making sure like, hey, we have to support these students as a faculty and as a staff. Always just making sure there's someone there for you to back you up. And at the end of the book, when Liliana does her showcase along with her makeup project, she actually gives Mr. Rivera a hug because she felt supported, and she felt comfortable that that he made her make her feel like she belonged in the school. But yeah, I thought overall again it was a great book, and yeah, I think you guys, if you have time, you guys go ahead and grab it, see what you think, and that's about it. See ya.